Hey everybody, we back with another episode.
Episode.
The men we are called to be. I'm Ryan Turner, the technology coordinator here.
I'm Vernon Driscoll, the assistant principal here at Michelle Clark.
Mr. Williams, the lead coach here at Michelle Clark.
Charles Anderson, principal of Michelle Clark.
Trinell Jordan, early college STEM coordinator here at Michelle Clark.
Nice. What you taking us to, Turner? You were gonna do the lead today.
Oh man. I want to delegate to.
You want to delegate
yourself?
It's 1, 2, 3 other guys here, but you only delegated to me.
All right, so
we don't question the delegator.
We just go with it.
they'll just do it.
So
I think we hit on some good points before we actually kind of got going. I kind of started like day 22. Said the man who stands with you defines the man you become. And Principal Anderson started hitting on some good points. About
this was the before the show talk.
Yep, this is the prep talk.
Yeah.
Before the
So
show talk.
us practicing.
Yep.
Behind the scenes.
I guess I can just reassure or just kind of test what he was saying.
Well, you liked that chapter.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
So why don't you tell us about the chapter so we can what you liked about it and.
So I think one of the things that stood out to me, what I kind of got from it from my perspective, the man who stands with you defines the man you become. I think it's kind of one of them things where it's like, you know, the first 3 people that you see every day has an impact on your life, or has a great influence on your life because like this is like the man you're around. This is kind of like the norm. So you kind of see like what their habits are, and then sometimes you kind of take on those habits if you're around those certain people every single day, or at least you start to look at them as influence or see what they got going on, whether you can take it and apply it to yourself, or you take it and then know what to do or what not to do, right? So I think it's a gift and a curse when you're around certain people, certain men in your life. You can look at it as like, hey, this is something I want to aspire to be, or look at it as something, okay, I don't want to do that, I don't want to go down that route. I think kind of what the same experience I had growing up. I think I had like both sides. You can see both sides where it was like, oh, okay, that's something I don't want to do. Okay, that's something I kind of want to aspire to do. Even kind of walking the street, you see the streets. You guys, I think we all kind of see people in our life where we are rather able to take constructive criticism from somebody, and people we listen to and kind of go in one and out the other, because it's kind of like, I know I can kind of hear you, but. You know.
Yeah, I think what's important about it is this: the title is the men who stand with you define the man you become. So of course the people you're around. One of the things that they say is that no man is an island, and so I struggled when I said that because you have to be very vulnerable, and we're taught not to be vulnerable, and so I don't know if you ever become vulnerable enough or have enough men around you that you become vulnerable that you can then be influenced, or they can influence you to help become the man you need to be or want to be, because we still always have our guards up. Like, I think we just don't trust each other enough, or we don't find, I don't want to use the word like true love, but we don't find true space and trust where we could be like, we talk about everything. They've seen me cry. They've given me a hug. I've given them a hug, or I failed in front of them and they still, because we're so prideful and we're so want to always be successful. So I just was questioning it and wasn't the biggest fan of this one, because I think it doesn't always define us, because sometimes being with a group of people, we try to be better, or we try to not let them see that side of us. So being with a group sometimes causes us not to define who we can be. It defines who we think we should be, so that we can either impress them or. So that was my kind of like pick with that when Mr. Williams brought it up. I was kind of like, I'm not saying it's not good, but I just don't know how. I mean, any of you guys feel like you really got 2 people that you're like 2 men that you're like so vulnerable around that, they've seen your everything and still love you, or still support you, or still appreciate you, and you still feel, that power of, I don't know that we ever have, they know the real you. And
so I mean, I would say for me, I definitely have 2 guys that are my best friends and that I can be vulnerable with. I have that in my life. I have other really, really good friends that I can also be vulnerable with. Maybe not at the level that I am with those two. But my dad told me when I was younger, like, you'd be blessed to have like 3 true friends throughout your entire life. Like 3 true friends that you can take throughout your entire life. And, you know,
Is that starting like a kindergarten? No, because I know people who have known each other.
Yeah, I
since
mean,
kindergarten.
I think it starts when it starts,
When that
and
friendship,
you have to really understand what friendship is, and I don't think you truly understand what friendship is until you've kind of gone through some things, and you see who's still around.
Or until you meet the person who.
Like the chapter says, like the men that are around you kind of define who you are. So my perspective of it was like, you know, if you hang around people that are, you know, doing positive things and living in a positive way, you know, you're gonna channel that energy. Like when I was at Mizzou, it was a lot of people. University of Missouri, for those people that don't know,
Or
go
those
Tigers.
that didn't care. Just saying.
Sorry, we all didn't go to Bradley.
Bradley in Peoria, Illinois.
Right. Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
Did y'all have a football team?
Who needed a football?
Right. Okay. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna
that
get.
for another subject.
I'm gonna get back on topic.
Right.
Now.
Stay on topic because Mizzou. Right.
Good. Now I done lost my train of thought, but I went to Mizzou. There was a lot of people doing a lot of great things. A lot of black men doing great things. And I felt like I was doing great things too, but I wasn't doing like my senior year when I was about to graduate. I wasn't getting the jobs that I wanted to get. Like they were getting the jobs and celebrating and everything like that. I'm like, man, what's going on? And I feel like sometimes when we're around other great people, we have to check ourselves and make sure that we're not comparing our journey to theirs, because everybody has a different journey, a different path they're gonna take, and we all end up, you know, where we're supposed to be. But sometimes it can be like that pressure of like when you're around people, it can either like elevate you or it could break you, and that goes in with being around good people, and it goes around, you know, with being around people that don't make the best decisions for their life. You know,
I definitely think it's even to hit back on the point. Having that vulnerability and having that space to where you can honestly say that, okay, even though I do feel like I trust these, man, is my ego all the way down? Like, or is it a barrier there just to me just being a man? Or it's like, no, I might seem like I'm cool, but I don't want you to know that I'm really, really, really like, might be still hurt a little bit, or it's something part of me that don't make me a man, even though that don't make us a man. But I think from a lot of our perspective and from our perspective, sometimes I think that we think it make us less of a man if we have any type of flaws, any type of like mishaps, any missing pieces to us. So sometimes we don't be openly vulnerable to everybody because we don't want to make something we missing anything around other men, and it kind of put like, oh, well, it kind of starts to identify who's the weakest or who's the strongest based on certain qualities that this person don't have and I might have. So I think it's like one of them things where it's like, until we able to be really vulnerable in a space around different men and be like, okay, I'm super vulnerable. All the guards are down. This is who I am.
Here's all my pieces.
This it.
So Driscoll, when your dad says, not saying that your dad is not right, because fathers knows best. Okay, because I don't want you to go back or tell your dad to listen and say, look what he said about you. You think he's such a
I'm gonna
great
tell
guy?
my therapist though.
You always gonna tell on me. So let me ask this: how do you find or create or get into a relationship where you have those? Would you say 2? Your dad said 2? Or 3?
Well, you said like you'd be lucky to have like 3, you know, true friends throughout your life.
So I'm saying, how does that happen?
I don't know. I feel like those types of relationships, like they like build organically, like like it's not just one side, it's a mutual vulnerability. Like that person has been vulnerable with you, and as well as y'all both feel like y'all can be vulnerable with one another. I don't really know how it happened though.
It's reciprocity. Like everybody is reciprocating that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're growing with somebody, it's not just gonna instantly like be like, oh, we the best of friends. Like, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take some intentionality to like truly get to know who that person is, and for them to also let them know who you truly are.
So, and the reason why I'm asking that is because we do have a hard time, like, becoming friends to be that vulnerable, right? And I agree with your dad. Like, if you get two, you're lucky, right? And so, let's say, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I really need a guy friend that I can be vulnerable with, that I could grow with, you know, and all those. Do I start just kind of being vulnerable and hope he says, okay, you're vulnerable, I'll be vulnerable, or we become you get what I'm saying? Like,
some people,
because y'all say let it grow
organically.
organically.
Tell you about your life just so you can tell them
for sure.
about your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they'll give you a little something so you
Just
can
to
tell
see.
them all.
It's like a trust thing, like a trust fall.
So that's part of the problem.
So for me, I got two close friends like you said that I grew up
I don't
with.
even meet these close
They're
friends,
like-
these fictitious
And
close
these
friends y'all got.
these been my best friends since like the 4th grade. We grew up on like one block from each other.
Jesus. Okay.
So, cause I'm
But you
sitting
grew up in a little small city.
Joliet, Illinois,
Yeah.
A15. Yeah.
Y'all probably didn't have any other people to talk to.
Oh, we had a ton of people to
Oh,
talk
okay,
to.
okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
But like Turner was saying, cause I'm sitting there thinking like you said, how do you get to be that vulnerable? Cause I'm super vulnerable with them. Like, but like you said, it's a two-way street. So we went through literally every school together. We played every sport together every season. We lived with each other. So like through that time, like we saw each other through every different stage. So now at our big age now, it's nothing for me to call them and be like, hey, I'm going through this. I done cried in front of them. They done cried in front of me.
Yeah.
But I think like we know like this is forever. Like
But fate made that happen because y'all lived on a block from each other. Y'all went to the same schools.
yeah.
You
So I
know.
think it's just got to happen organically. Cause like you said, most people.
But were
not,
you looking for something like that, and that's it just came, or
no, I
were
think
you,
it just came.
Okay.
I think it just came as us being friends.
I think it's maybe it's like maybe it's kind of like a fate thing. You know, I definitely think that certain people are placed in your life.
Yeah.
And certain people are put in your life for greater purposes. And I think sometimes we don't control who those people are. We have no say so in that. It's kind of just happen because it kind of go back to what you were saying. Those friends, y'all they're vulnerable now to each other because organically throughout y'all life, certain traumas and certain embarrassments might have happened to y'all. Well, like I can't even hide this from you, bro. You seen it already,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
So it's like,
Yeah.
what am I finna try to
Right.
funk? I'm saying try to fake it with you. You already know exactly what happened, exactly how it went. So I can't even. So it's one thing when I have no choice but to kind of like now that organic relationship kind of happened naturally.
Yeah.
And now certain stuff I might have been embarrassed to show you. You seen what I mean? Wanted you to see it.
Yeah.
So now that relationship, that ice is kind of broken right there.
Yeah.
So your two friends, how long have y'all been friends?
So we started being friends in high school.
Mickey and Donald.
And then the other in college. It was actually one of my fraternity brothers.
Just got it.
I cracked myself up.
And it's crazy because the one that I met in high school, my mom actually taught him or worked at the same school when he was in elementary school. So my mom knew him before I did. And then we connected in high school. Yep.
But I do think it may be hard to get that vulnerable in a new
Like
relationship, a
somebody-
new friendship. But I will say, like me coming to Michelle Clark, like and being around like black young professional people who's educated and like on the same type of mission I'm on as far as like the youth. I think like that's a start. Like it start to like I can call Williams, like I can call you, I can call one of y'all, like you know what I'm saying. Call Turner, call AP Driscoll, call even Principal Anderson. And to talk about some stuff like
Turner's not gonna answer.
he
I'll
will.
answer.
Turner answer.
No,
Turner
Turner does not answer any calls.
Hey, after 4 p.m.
He ain't answering no calls.
It's not even after 4 p.m. We talk when the day can't get it.
Williams and Jordan, they name saved differently, so
We may be able to get through.
So their ringtone's a little different than
y'all
his.
two, they might want me to do something.
Yeah.
But I think maybe this is what I'm thinking, that there's levels to like because I don't have anybody that I've had since college or since 4th grade. I don't.
See, many of my friends from elementary school, like since 5 years old.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because one of my friends, I met him in college my freshman year, and I'm like closer with
Yeah.
him than
any of them.
Because maybe y'all have more in common.
probably so.
That too.
So what
Do
you think it
it's yours
is?
because
Oh,
of
I'm a loner.
the career field that you in?
No, because people say, leadership
man
is
nigga.
lonely, and it can be lonely,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think you also have to find others that you don't have to be lonely with. I think there's people who are just loners, and I've never been like, so that's one of the other things that the book does for me, is that it makes me say, man, I don't have that, or man, because like most people would think I'm an only child, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
Because I carry myself as the only child.
Yeah.
Even at home, I carry myself as the only child. Like, this is really bad, but my mom had got really sick. And so she was doing like naming all her kids. And so while we were in the hospital, she's like, I just want to make sure nothing's happening to my mind. And so she started naming all the kids. And I was like, who are those people? And she was like, no, come on, I'm trying to name all my kids. So I just kept telling her, you only have one child. And I kept telling her my name.
You is
This
crazy.
that petty stuff.
That is.
And the sad part about it, nobody was at the hospital but me. So
Right.
my siblings weren't there, so I kept saying, no, you only have
It's
one
just
child.
me,
You gave
Mama.
birth to one child. I am here, Mom. I am here. Now, in my mind, I thought that was the right thing to do. But I
just
also
like a
knew
little
that was wrong,
prankster.
that I was Xing out my brothers and sisters. But I did. And so it wasn't until like a few days later, she was like, you tried to make me think I only had one child. I was like, that's all I thought you really had. I didn't know them other kids. But by the same token, my brother has always told people in the neighborhood that I was adopted. And one day he came home and there I was. And so people are like, oh, that's your adopted brother. So this was, wasn't my way of getting back. I just thought I should be an only child. And so I think because I've always been kind of like in the do it myself, and all that, I just never stopped to be, and I've had friends. Don't think I've been friendless. But I've had friends, but I've never just been like, yeah, we ride or die, because maybe they died and I kept going. I don't know. But no, I'm joking. But, we were ride, get it, ride or die.
No, I get it.
They died and I kept going.
No, I'm just saying, like, I think that was difficult too growing up. Sometimes your aspirations do lead people in other spaces, and you're like, okay, you cool, but I'm over here now,
Yeah.
or you going over there and I'm still over here, and But I think for every man that will read this book, you should really look to say, who's my ride or die in this journey.
And I think this book definitely opened up the questions of like making it okay to like be like vulnerable and like be okay to like. And I think that's really our problem as like as men, and as black men in general. We got this tough, Tony, strong, masculine like demeanor about ourselves. And
very tough.
Yeah,
no, most definitely, man, most definitely. And I think that's a gift and a curse. I think it
Wait,
helps
what did you
us.
say? He's very tough.
Very tough.
Go
Yeah.
ahead with your conversation. I'm not going to touch that.
No, but I think, and I think that's necessary. Like it's a necessary. I call it a necessary evil, right? That's there. That for 1 year you have to be tough enough to be able to protect your family at night, but you got to be vulnerable enough to love your wife and your kids too, right? And then still be vulnerable enough to be able to have conversations to where you, because again, you can't do this on your own. I tell people all the time, if I'm trying to clean this parking lot, I get done faster if it's 5 of us versus if it's me. Same thing if I'm trying to save $10,000. We'll get that faster if I'm not by myself.
Yeah.
So, but I think you got to be one of them spaces where it's like you okay to build with men and you don't have that insecurity there or that space there to where I don't know, it don't make you feel small being around other men if you're not the biggest in the room or the strongest in the room.
And what I'll say with that is I think that's one area we all as black men have to do better for our community is we have to work towards getting on the same page with one another, because what's that old saying, you can go fast alone, but if you want to go far, go together.
What old saying is this?
I heard that before.
Man,
I've never heard that.
I heard that before.
You heard it before. Turner, you heard that before?
Yeah, you too young.
Oh my God!
I guess
I
that's
just think y'all making us that.
That's
Who
from
said
back in.
that?
That's
Gorilla.
man. That's from But I also say J. Cole had a song.
J.
I
Cole.
can't remember the
Johnny
name
Cole.
of it.
What's the J stand for?
Jermaine.
Go ahead, tell us the
Jermaine.
song. Jermaine. Okay.
So
Jermaine
yeah.
Cole, my J.
Yeah. So he had a song, and he was talking about like how we have to walk around with like essentially mean mugs, you know, to protect ourselves. And it's like, that's real. Like, you know, we go outside, we walking down the block or whatever. They ain't gonna be just sitting there.
Like,
You know?
if you get on social media, a lot of men don't post photos smiling.
Right.
No, they're not.
Like,
Right. We gotta be mugged
just a
up
straight
and
mug,
straight
or,
up.
you know what I'm
Be
saying?
having the
Like,
time of my life and be like, camera on.
Nah, trust me.
Straight up.
When I'm in a different
I'm-
country,
hey.
I'm smiling. I ain't gonna lie
yeah,
to
I'm
you.
happy.
Yeah,
No, I feel that though. But that's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
It is.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we're around people that we can trust and we're comfortable with, you know, then we can smile and then not be like, oh, we
Yeah.
got to worry about this person
Judging me.
backdooring me, you know, judging me for being who
know what
I
that
am.
Huh?
You know what that means?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was just thinking at the
No,
end
I
of,
said, you know what backdoor mean. You know what that means?
I'm trying to play with the
like backstabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
like
no.
smiling
You-
faces sometimes. Now you don't know that song.
Now he's showing his age.
They don't tell the truth. You don't know that song?
I do.
Okay, because I'm gonna say you old school. So before we wrap up, I'm gonna do this again because I think this also goes to the vulnerability. We had homework 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
mine the first week. So I ain't
Yeah,
do it-
but yours
so I ain't
what?
do it again.
You couldn't do it again because you only did it once.
Yeah,
The goal of this was really that we learned to let down our goals and be able to compliment men without feeling like we're not supposed to, or it's awkward or whatever.
I feel like we need to scaffold this because I told Williams his fit was hot yesterday.
But you
When-
already
when-
know
when that
Williams.
yesterday?
You can't tell
See,
Williams
I
and
gave
you
him a
already know
compliment. I'm
him.
like, man, you'll get up.
So
and
y'all
ask-
want to scaffold this where we give each other compliments first?
Let's take a field trip somewhere and then just walk
just
around.
drop us off in the middle or somewhere.
And just give a bunch of people compliments out there.
I can drop you guys off at like where's the train station at? Amtrak,
nah.
and just leave you guys there.
Take us to the airport.
I thought you said the green.
Take us to
line.
the airport.
Take us to O'Hara.
If I take you to the airport, you can't just be sitting there. You gonna be by baggage or something?
No, get us some
You
tickets
need-
to go out of
That's a
town.
nice luggage.
You know where I'm gonna be.
Trying to get on the plane. Oh. Okay, did anybody do it this week?
I did.
Okay,
You
tell
did,
us
you
about
did.
it. Tell us about your experience.
I told 2 older men that was dressed in
When we say
suits.
older men, 'cause
Older
some
than
people-
me. I
so
don't
that's
know.
like 16.
About your age.
No. Older than me.
Okay, so
Um,
Driscoll's age.
older than Driscoll. Me and Driscoll not too far apart.
People
oh.
walking with canes.
Not that old. These men was sharp.
I'm so tempted to say some.
Don't even
few
say
things,
it.
but I'm-
I'm just trying to get this old thing.
Right.
Get them.
I said older, not old.
Okay.
Older
Man, I'm
than
trying to
me.
hold my comments and stuff.
Older
over
than
here.
me.
This is why I can't be vulnerable around y'all, because y'all hurt me when I try.
Well, no, you over here
This is
playing.
why I have no friends.
Safe space.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
safe
feel
space,
safe right
man.
now.
Well, as a
Go
safe-
ahead with your
my
story,
bad.
because we running out
I'm
of
about
time.
to tell them. So they had both of them had on 2 different suits.
And they were
First suit.
together?
No, they were separate.
Okay.
See, look, I knew you was ready. One of them had on a suit, short suit fit, like checker, real nice. I told him, man, like that's a nice fit. He said, thank you, young brother. And then the other guy, he had on like a full suit, and it was real nice. I could tell it was custom tailored. Like, man, that's a nice suit. Like, I appreciate it, man.
It's so interesting that
Was that a
you guys
church?
only compliment people on their suit or whatever.
I mean,
I
your
mean-
attire is like the first thing
Yeah,
you
like-
see. So, like, if that's on point, like, man,
Yeah.
that's clean.
Cause that's the only thing I got to see like from now. If we would have like if I was seeing them do something, like you do a good job at that, but we was just
Man, you walking good.
yeah,
over there.
like
You
no.
walking good without that cane.
You have some great posture.
But you know, it could even be that like you saw like him open the door for an elderly lady go by. Hey, I thought that was a really great gesture that you.
I told a young guy today at the fair when he was in 8th grade. He held the door for all the girls to come in, and nobody had to tell him to do that. I'm like, man, that's what you do. But that was like,
He said, "Man, that's what you do."
Yeah.
What's that compliment in that? Man, that's what you do.
But that's what I'm saying. You just said it could be something outside
I
of
know,
parents.
but
That's
saying,
something outside
man,
of
what you
parents.
do, that ain't no compliment.
Man,
I
it
feel like-
is.
I feel
You
like,
doing the
do
right
what?
thing.
Yeah,
You
what's
doing the
his
right
slang
thing.
again.
Yeah,
I
hold
feel
that.
like do what, sir?
Hold that. He knew exactly what I was talking about. He knew
That's what's up.
exactly.
That's like
Do
a
what,
that's,
sir?
that's like a that's what's up.
Yeah, like that's good. Like, yeah.
Man, hold that
Oh
though.
my God! Why we
I
couldn't just say
don't get
that?
it because like, it's crazy, right? So even like and I really felt it, like, and that's why I had to check myself. And this is my own cousin. We were talking about just being vulnerable, want to give a compliment, and we were just talking. I hadn't seen my cousin in probably like maybe like a month or two, maybe like 2 months, and he grew his beard out. But he getting a little older, so he got a couple of grades in his beard. But it was sharp. You know what I'm saying? It looked good, whatever. But at first I looked at it and I had to check myself. I said, no, man, tell cuz that beard look good, dog. Like, oh, man, cuz it look good, man. That joint look good. I mean, all put together well.
How many great strands was in it?
No, it looked good. It wasn't like, no, I won't like that. It looked good.
You ain't covering it all.
It looked good, yeah.
You ain't even covering it all.
Oh.
That's wisdom, though.
I'm the only gray in here?
I got a great patch.
Oh, yeah, you got a
Trish
great
definitely
patch.
got a
Yeah, I
great
probably
patch.
have some more by the end of the year.
Oh, you
I
will.
envied it, though.
Oh, you will. Wait till I pull out the rest of the stuff.
Shoot, I'm hoping my hairline doesn't start receding back.
It's not going anywhere. I got you.
I might have to. Yeah, I need some of that. What's that stuff you gave me?
Dude, don't say that. All right, so thank
I got some hats.
So thank you guys so much for listening to what is this,
Some
week
hats?
5? Week 4?
I might
Week
need
5?
some hats.
Week 5, I think.
Week 5 or 4. Thank you guys so much. Come back next week. We're gonna do these compliments, and maybe we have to work on each other first with compliments, because you guys aren't really just like, I like that suit. We gotta do more than that. So we'll work with some compliments and all of that to be vulnerable in front of each other. So we look forward to seeing you next week. Be here, be square. We love to hear from you. Reach out. We're available. This Principal Anderson.
Mr.
AP
Jordan.
Driscoll.
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Turner.
Peace.
Peace.